Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of NasCard Radio. This is episode 212 of NasCard Radio, where trading cards and racing meet. I'm your pal Val. With me is the man, the myth, the legend, PSA, and White Castle Hall of Famer, Logan. How are you tonight?
I'm feeling like I don't want to sign any autographs.
Yeah, I'm sure you get writer's cramp, so
I do. So much fan mail.
I bet, yes. So we have a great show for everybody today. We're going to do our racing recap. We got a few races going on. We're going to talk about the tops now. F1, checking on that. Panini Instant, we'll check on this week's offering. We're going to talk about our redemptions. Had an interesting experience, so I thought I would share it with everybody. And then we'll discuss the pros cons of redemptions, and then we'll finish the show with King's Court. So this show should only take about 4 hours. Just kidding. We'll try to cut it down from there. So
It's not a complaint fest.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
Maybe it might be.
We'll see. I guess we'll have to contact the folks at Panini and let them know if they should or shouldn't watch the show this week. So we'll see how it goes. All right. At least I can share my experience, and we'll go from there. All right. So let's thank our sponsor, Panini America, before we lose them. and and shout outs, of course, to Beans Ball Card Blog. We appreciate you comments and on last weekend. And Kyle Katz, Jason Freeman, Scott Boys, Charm City Autographs, Misha Wines, Dylan 311, and Michael Haggard for the YouTube and Rumble comments. We read them, so please leave them.
You know, out of all the redemptions in the world, Fanatics redemptions, they really suck. And I'm sure Upper Decks probably suck too. But Panini has the best redemptions.
Okay. Well, all right. We'll save
Yeah,
that for later.
whatever.
I was thinking about Press Pass. Press Pass was the best, but
They fulfilled all theirs.
yeah. But
But it
times
was
have
a
definitely
different time.
changed. So yes, exactly.
Times have changed a lot in the driver world.
Oh my goodness gracious, yeah. So all right, where we at? Let's do race recap. Anything else? Um, any news or anything like that we need to touch before we go to race recap?
I didn't look at the news this week. I mean, we got the same old charter agreement thing and all that kind of stuff. That's not what we talk about here.
No, we know. I'll say we know quite a bit, but we called that one that was coming down. One 23XI
Yeah,
didn't sign that chart. I was like, we both know the history of NASCAR and the trying to create a union or form a union or drivers union, and how Big Bill was able to break that up back then. So, but he's not around anymore, and times have definitely changed, and
hmm
the public perception as well. So I think this time is a different time with Michael Jordan and his public appeal. We'll see how it
Oh
goes.
yes, everyone loves Jordan, so that could be NASCAR could be viewed as the evil empire because of that, because of everybody's love for Jordan. So,
Exactly. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's go to race and recap. And let's see, we had some races. They were racing in Talladega Superspeedway over the Craftsman Truck Series, race number 20. That was the Love's RV Stop 225, and that was Friday, October 4th at Talladega Superspeedway. Grant Enfinger was our winner. Highest finished rookie was Layne Riggs at position 28.
there's Layne Riggs again.
He's been pretty consistent now as being our highest finishing rookie. So,
Mm-hmm.
but Grant Enfinger, it seems like it's been ages since we talked about him. In 2018 Donruss, He was in the Phenoms insert set with the different versions, Cracked Ice, Explosion. 2018 Panini Certified base card there. Also 2018 Panini Prism, but only driver signatures and scripted signatures for him. And then if you're lucky enough to get one of those, I think with scripted signatures, flip it over and there's some he signed on the back.
Yeah, I think it was the green ones that he
Maybe.
did that.
Yeah, he I guess wasn't sure where to sign and signed those on the back. So those are can be found with two autographs. So
Yeah, because we each have one of those.
I wonder how Panini would look at those when you if you try to get those graded. So yeah, if they know that he signed them on both. All
I
right,
don't know.
and moving over to highest finishing rookie Layne Riggs. We used to call out that he had the 2005 press pass snapshots where he's standing on his dad's shoulders, but in 2024 Dunruss he got a rated rookie card there. He's also in the Optic and Optic signatures. He's now in the 2024 Panini Select. Three cards there. Card number 27, 127, and guess 227. All the 27s.
That means something.
I guess. I was gonna say if you're like in well, if you're in like whatever break and you get the numbers, so but he's in all the different parallels. He has selects signatures as well and track side action signatures as well. So
Yeah,
next race, number 20, race number 21. And that's going to be the Truck Series 200 at Homestead Miami Speedway, Saturday, October 26th at 12 p.m. So they're off for quite a while. There's two more races left, including Homestead, Miami, till Phoenix. So
not long.
not long. Trucks don't run as many as the other series. So yeah, they only got a few left for the folks to lock in there. So we'll see. And then moving over to the Xfinity Series, there's race number 28. That's United Rentals 250. And that was Saturday, October 5th at Talladega Superspeedway. Sammy Smith was our winner. Highest finisher rookie was Jesse Love at position 6.
Jesse Love.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't take that off. Okay. Sammy Smith. His first card's 2022 Dunruss. He has a Raider rookie there with that guy and all the different parallels. This is in the Signature Series. So he's also in 2022 Panini Chronicles with Clear Vision, Clearly Donruss, Obsidian, Spectra, Stars and Stripes, XR, and also in 2022 Panini Prism. He has parallels there as well as sensational signatures. And last can also be found in 2022 Panini National Treasures in Rising Stars and Rookie Patch autographs.
You know, little known fact: Luka Doncic's mom signed his Obsidian cards back in the day.
Who? Luka Doncic?
Have you've seen his autograph? It's like
Yes.
Lulu.
Yeah. People have suspected that, but and then Jesse Love, 2021 Donruss Signature Series. He's in Chronicles and Chronicles Absolute, Chronicles Crusade, Chronicles Obsidian, Chronicles Select, and Spectra. Also in 2021 Panini Prism, he has a base card there with different parallels, signatures, and signing sessions. And he can also be found in 2021 Panini National Treasures.
Which is very odd to me, but whatever.
Mm, well, we talk about redemptions. We'll tell you why he's in there.
Yeah. Okay.
And our next race, race number 29, Drive for the Cure 250 Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval, Saturday, October 12th at 4 p.m. Eastern. And with that, Sammy Smith stamps his ticket to Phoenix. We have 4 more races, including Talladega, but it's 4 more races, including Charlotte, till Phoenix. So we're getting down to it. Over in the Cup Series, that was race number 31, and that was the Yellowwood 500 Sunday, October 6th at Talladega Superspeedway. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. pulls off the win. Highest finisher rookie, Carson Hocevar at position 14.
And don't forget the big one.
Oh my goodness, that was like a big one and a half. That was like
Yeah,
the
5
biggest
laps
one.
ago. Yeah.
Wasn't that the
Well,
biggest one?
maybe it might be with the biggest cup one, but I know they've had big ones in NASCAR history. Like I think it was like in the early '60s. I think there was a sportsman race at Daytona that had like 30. I'm just
Yeah,
thinking
I
maybe I
was
think
thinking to
I'm
say
thinking
that maybe it was.
38.
See, I thought maybe it might have been Talladega, and I think it was like 72 or 73. I thought I had looked up the race that Wendell Scott was in and had the accident. I think it was Talladega, and I think it had like 72 entries. So, which is crazy to think about.
But yeah, that's not the. I don't think that's really in NASCAR now. Maybe in Cup, but in NASCAR, that's not the big one.
Okay.
Definitely, it's definitely not.
Well, it was definitely extra large.
But it was. Yeah, it was. It was extra. It was extra large. You got double fries with that and a big shake. So yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah. So, uh, Ricky said, I thought maybe Kyle Busch was going to get that one there, but he got shuttled back to the
They
back.
hung him out big time.
Oh my goodness gracious, yeah. And then maybe Brad Kozlowski, but Ricky Stenhouse pulled it off. And with that, you can find his first cars in 2009. He has press pass autographs there. He's in the 2009 Wheels Element, car number 99. And then he also has the undiscovered Elements, which we see in 2009, 10, and 11. There's undiscovered Elements, numbered at 130, and then the red ink, numbered at I think it was 25, and it has the '07 USAC Rookie of the Year on it. And then you can also find him in 2009 Wheels Main Event printing plates. Yeah, he's also on the Clubs and Diamonds. I thought there was Diamonds and Hearts, I guess, for some of those. So, and then our highest finisher, Ged.
Oh, it's just like 2 words. Athlete.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And then Carson Hocevar, 2022 Dunros rated rookie, different parallels for that. Signature Series as well. 2022 Panini Chronicles and the Absolute and Absolute autographs. Chronicles clearly Donruss. And also Spectra and 2022 Panini Prism, card number 26, base card there with sensational signatures. And he is also in the 2022 Panini National Treasures. Rising Stars rookie signatures and base card 112 autographed.
he's really kind of come on here. Especially the second half of the season this year. He's stepped it up. He's doing well for really when you consider who he drives for. I mean,
Yeah, I
he's doing very well.
mean, I think it was last year. Was it in the Truck Series where he wrecked or he ran into Corey Heim? Those two were going at it, and then he fell back, and they were just going at it. But I guess where I'm going with this is like he had a shot to win the Truck Championship, um, but he can drive. He's got some talent.
Yeah, he does have talent. I totally agree. You put him in a primo ride, and he's probably going to have some really good finishes.
Yeah, I think he's going to get that opportunity. So, all right, next race number 32. That's going to be the Bank of America Roval 400 at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Sunday, October 13th at 2 p.m. That is going to be race 3. That's going to be a cutoff race from the round of 12 to 8.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know what to think. You never. I mean, we so far these in this round we've had the two winners have been non-playoff drivers. So
Well, with the Roval coming up, you know, every everybody's, I don't want to say disastrous week with that accident there at Talladega that it really shook a lot of things up. Where I thought Ryan Blaney was toast, but he's sitting 25 above the line. Uh, Daniel, Joey Logano, Daniel Suarez, Austin Cindric, and Chase Briscoe are sitting outside of the cutoff. So, but even like Chase Elliott's only 13 to the good, Tyler Reddick 14 to the good. So it's probably like going to be a must-watch race here.
oh, no doubt. Are you going to go?
We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. I got. Oh, I was well deviate here, but NASCAR Hall of Fame on Saturday. Carl Edwards and Ricky Rudd are going to be there, so I'm planning on going to that. We'll see how the rest of the weekend goes.
Now that's a jam-packed animal weekend. You've got the rooster and the unicorn.
Yeah, I've been trying to get Carl Edwards' auto for a long time for a project I'm working on, the 2015 press pass set autograph. So, and it's been year, I guess since 20 January of 2016 I've been working on it. So,
Yeah, getting close to, well, I guess 10 years or 9 years, whatever.
yeah, it's getting up there. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but it's a must watch here. So, and I think that's it for Formula One. They're still off. They next race is race number 19 of 24 will be October 20th in Austin. That's going to be the United States Grand Prix, and IndyCar is done for the year. So that's it for a racing recap.
All right.
Next segment, we'll go through some of the on-demand sets. So the tops now F1, which we talked about last week because we had Lionel the Lizard. So I went out there and like, let's go see what the print run is. And so it's coming through. There are no offerings this week. So I went to the archives like, hey, let's go see how many Lionel the Lizards were printed because that's card number 56. And when you look at the archive, they're showing card 40, 39, 38, 37. So I don't know what happened to card 41 to 58. So I don't know if that guy's on vacation or the guy got fired from Tops now. I don't know. Whoever works on the website.
There's there's no dedication to it. It's just like I guess they just pull somebody. I guess maybe they go out on the street and they find some homeless person or something and say, "Hey, come, you want a job for today? Here you go. Work on this."
Yeah, unless I'm doing something wrong. But I looked and looked, and I don't understand why there's such a big gap for the. And
I don't
again,
know.
the the benefit. So that Tops now and Panini Instant, right? They do the on demand, but they handle it different ways. So Panini Instant, you got to have the card in hand to know what the print run is because they don't list the print run on the website. You really
Right.
can't. There's no kind of archive. On Tops, they don't print the number on the card, and you need the website and the archive to figure out what the print run is. So I think Tops is kind of dropping a ball here with not keeping the website for the archive up to date. So
Well, you don't make any money off of doing this, so it's not
that's
worth their while to do it
that is very true.
because they are very coin operated for sure.
That is a very good analogy there. That yeah, this is no, I guess it's extra value, but it's costing them to do it.
Yes, it costs them money to do this, so we'll just do it whenever we can. I guess who cares?
Maybe when the intern comes back.
Or if, like I said, they just go get somebody off the street and pull them in and say, "Hey, work on this for today. This is your job. We'll pay you. We'll pay you $20." you know,
Yeah. And but then our Panini Instant this week is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. winning at Talladega.
that's a cool photo. You have to admit.
Yeah, I like that. It's a great photo. And then all the different parallels. So those are up and live. We're recording on Wednesday. I think there's like 4 days left, so they'll be there, I guess, till the weekend or whatever. So the parallels now, that's hit or miss, but the base card will be out there. But the other parallels are until they're sold out, or they'll be there if they don't sell out. Because who was it last week? I already forget.
Chastain.
Thank you. Chastain's still out. Some of them are out there, and Logano's are still out there, and Reddicks are still out there. So of the different numbers, right? It's out of 5, out of 10, out of 25, I think. So in the 101, so
Right.
those usually go, what the snake skin or whatever that is. So all right, so that's that. Now we talk about redemptions.
Go for it. To talk about your experience here yesterday, day before yesterday, whenever it was.
All right, so I was open some old blasters I have, 2018, right? I know they expire in 2020. I get it. So I'll show you my redemption. I was like, hey, all right, I got a 2018 Panini certified Fresh Faces Signatures Red of William Byron. And that I found out is to numbered out of 25,
Wow.
the red. Gold, I think, is out of 15. Because I pulled the old, if you go to Racing Card Info and go to the checklist, 2018 certified, I was pulling that up and looking at it. So I was like, all right, scratched it off. And I was like, well, maybe they still have those around. I would think Byron would have signed those and sent those back. Thinking, like the press pass days where if they have them, the I thought the new redemption policy was that, hey, if we got it, we'll send it to you. If not, then we'll give you points. That's what I thought. So when I did that and entered it, and I thought I said, hey, I'll wait, right? Don't give me points. And then so I went back and was like, oh, let me go back and check. And then, whoop, there we go. We got the rewards. And I think I read that you get half the points for expired stuff. So I got 150 Panini points for that.
Wow.
And I was like, 150 points? I thought that was low. Well, first I thought I was going to get the Byron because I thought Byron's still signing stuff. So maybe I selected the wrong one. I don't think so, but maybe he didn't sign those. I don't know. Then I thought 150 was low, and I was like, all right, well, let me see what I can get for the 150. So I went out to the rewards points here, and for 150 points, I can get, so William Byron is equal to I guess a Greg Alding here, optic
Not quite.
signature, a Ryan Vargas signature hollow. Recently, let's see, from low to high, a JJ Yaley 2021 Dunruss. So those are 21 Dunruss, 21 Dunruss, 20 Harrison Burton 21 Chronicles 150, and then for Chandler Smith I need 250. So that's all. I got 4 options here for the
Good
William Byron
lord.
Red numbered out of 25. So I wasn't necessarily super excited about that, and So I was like, well, all right, well, I do have some other points here. Let me see. Let me see what if I go through with it. So I was like, all right, let me pull a Chandler Smith here for 250. So I got to dig into my reserves, but shipping, and this would really maybe shipping is 10.55, but taxes in South Carolina is 85 cents. So 11.40 to get my hit from a blaster. I think it's more than a blaster than I paid for the blaster.
Yeah, and it's something you did not ask for. You did not ask for a redemption.
Right. And again, to points, I'm having to add almost twice as many points as they gave me to get, the Chandler Smith, who is in the truck series anyway, as opposed to a cup driver. But it just gave me back, reminding me about how much I hate redemptions and how much redemptions really, I think now I've been collecting a long time, so I understand, this. But I mean, if I was a new collector or whatever, I was like, it's a little confusing. Now, granted, I think I lost because these are expired, but this product's still out there. I would think it falls under some of the old um, redemption policies, but I know they keep on updating. There was a big push. Was it 2 years ago, a year ago, maybe? I know, well, there have been big pushes to clean up some of the redemption policy, but I thought it was for stuff like you have an expired Junior Johnson or something like that that they couldn't, they weren't unable to fulfill naturally. But Byron, I would thought he, those would still be signing because he's still signing and stuff.
Yeah,
So it's super frustrating, and I just, I think they need to overhaul the rewards policy, redemptions, rewards. There should be no shipping on rewards. I think they're doing a disservice to the collector, right? If I buy a box of Oreos or whatever it is, and there's nothing in it, or I'm missing Oreos, and I call them like, yeah, we'll send you another one, but you got to pay the shipping for the Oreos to give you back what I gave you, but I didn't give you. So if you want it, you got to pay more for it. If that makes
yeah,
any sense.
and I agree with you. That's the biggest sticking point about redemptions that I have is I have to pay to get it, and I should never have to do that. Again, like I said, you did not ask for it, you did not want it. It took away one of your hits that you should have gotten. I mean, I guess technically they probably call that a hit, but it's really not. It's not a memorabilia card. It's not an autograph. It's the promise. When it's not even a promise, it's something saying hopefully you'll get one. Because we all know right now that the way drivers are, you may not get some of these ever. They're hoping they have them under contract, but it's like Ty Gibbs. Ty freaking Gibbs. I have like 3 redemptions in for him right now. I'll probably have to end up settling for points because I know I'll never get them. I'll never get them. And I think they're having contract negotiations with him. He just doesn't want to sign anything. He just doesn't. He's the heck with the fans. So again, that's something I'm not a fan of charging you money to get your redemption.
Well, I think that the companies, not necessarily Panini, right? I think Fanatics or some, they need to have it in massively bold letters that this product could contain points or whatever that requires additional fees to get. Because I'm imagine that violates some kind of law. It's like, um, I'm trying to think of something here quick that to rationale is like, I'm buying a thing of Oreos and I'm getting nil wafers instead, and
Yeah,
that they should list somewhere on their site the product and the redemptions in the product. So that
Yes.
say you go to 2024 Donruss or 2024 Select, you can go and already know what redemptions are in there because they know. But again, it's one of those things like the Topps now keeping up the website, right? There's no extra value in it for them, and it is a pain in the neck to have to upkeep all that. But I think that's the penalty for doing the redemptions.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's extra work on them. Well, it should be extra work on them because the stuff is not all live in the box.
Well, redemptions are not like they used to be. Drivers used to just sign them. I mean, and if you got a redemption, it was probably a good reason. They just didn't have time, or just didn't get back in time, or something happened. Excuse me, to prevent that from happening. Now it's these drivers are like, and how many drivers has this happened to you? I'm gonna say you'll go up to a NASCAR driver and you ask them to sign something, and they'll say something like, "Well, how much you going to get for this?" or "How much money you making on this?" or they're afraid of you making some money off of them. Which in some cases that's true. You're going to have some of these people. We've seen them, these autograph hounds that have these big old pieces of cardboard with cards all over them, and they want the drivers to sign every single one of them. That's ridiculous, and that gives the autograph collectors a bad name, and it jades the driver. You
Yeah,
know,
they see this, and then folks who do it, I don't say professionally or semi-professionally, they have the eBay store and they have stuff signed by all these different drivers or whatever. But they also think they're getting a ton of money for these items, and if they go out and look and see what people are getting for them, I mean, you know, the even pack certified autos are not that expensive. So I don't know why. I'm using like Jimmy Johnson for example. Why Jimmy Johnson thinks his autographs worth so much when you can pick them up for 20, $30. So as an example. So,
true.
but I can see that this is all down to a business. These guys are there making money. They're trying to make as much money as they can while they have a ride or whatever for whatever thing. You never know when they're going to be out of a ride or whatever it is. So, and I get that, but at the end of the day, I guess it's the collectors. We're the ones buying all this stuff, but it
We are.
just it just seems that I know it was an expire, it was an older product, but again, I didn't get a Junior Johnson or somebody else. I got somebody who's currently signing, and then for the point value, I think that was kind of disservice. If anything, should give me double the points because I got to pay for shipping and other stuff. So I get half the points and I got to pay for shipping. So give
Yeah,
me
that
give me a bunch of points so that I get something good and I pay for shipping.
yeah, it shouldn't be devalued at all.
So unless I got all my facts wrong, but again, I just wanted to kind of show that I kind of I don't do a ton of opening of product and the redemptions I've gotten, I've always gotten them. I remember opening like 2018 Prism, pulling a Kurt Busch, and I want to say it was like 4 years, so it's probably in the 2022 range. I got that redemption no problem. So I assumed the Byron would be about the same way until I got the points, and I was like, well, maybe he didn't sign the red. I don't know, but I would have thought they
Or
were in there. So
or he returned them. It was after the release was over with. Well after that, and they just put them up on the Panini reward site and just got rid of them.
that is true too. I didn't think about that.
So, and I think that happens. I think when you get some of these guys, they'll send in, all of a sudden they'll send in everything that they've gotten over the last 2 years or whatever, and you go to the site, and then there's tons of cards of that driver that are signed on the Panini rewards.
Yeah, I think I should probably put two and two together about the Chandler Smith because I think I had something on the Chandler Smith about they weren't all in they weren't all in packs and that the checklist didn't show it. I guess it was, but they didn't show all the different versions. But because I showed these other versions out there. So that I think that could be it. That they just dumped them out there to the Panini reward. So
They could have just, it's hard to say. Like I said, there's a lot of negativity, I think, among the drivers now to sign autographed cards. Plus, when Panini sends them cards, you know, that when they're on card, there's a huge stack of cards, or there's a ton of sticker sheets to sign. So that could be a daunting task too. You look at it and you going, "Oh God, I don't want to sign all this stuff." So
so maybe this is the problem, is that there are too many autographs, right? Back in the old days, there weren't that many autographs. It was really special to get an autograph or a piece of memorabilia. And maybe we need to go back, that when you get an autograph, it is somebody of, whatever caliber, and not, I don't know who more you want to pick on, Derek Cope or whatever. So Kenny Wallace.
well, you talk about like Upper Deck back in the day. I think I only ever hit maybe one or two autographs ever out of Upper Deck products. They were that hard to get,
Oh, early
and
'90s. That stuff was. I never hit any of those hero cards, and Ryan, or the hockey or football, Namath, or,
well, I never hit those. I'm talking about NASCAR.
well, I'm just saying, like, with those, they had a print run of like almost 2,000 or whatever, but you never got them. But then with the, like I said, the NASCAR, even in '92, right? The tracks, um, with those autos, I don't think there was one a case.
I think there was at least one a case.
You think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha. And then I think when before we talked about it, like the first NASCAR redemption that we saw,
Was the '94 Max Medallion for the
right?
Earnhardt for the '88 Max Earnhardt out of 1,000, not out of 999.
Correct. That, well, there's only 999 cases, but I guess the executive got to keep one. But to your point, you got the card, and I think it came in that holder, and then you got the letter and the cert. So that wouldn't have fit, that wouldn't fit in pack or whatever. So I understood the redemption, that part, but again, that just kind of opened up the can of worms of, all right, throw in redemptions. But and I kind of alluded to, like, press pass. They kept those redemptions and those cards at their facility, because I think I turned in one that was almost like 10 years old, or no, let's see, it would have been, uh, I guess, '03, and I guess that was an '15. I don't know, like, maybe it was 10 years. And I was surprised that, and they redeemed it. It was a triple burner Jeff Gordon, lug nut, and other piece. It was incredible. So, but you have to, house all that stuff, right? And it doesn't have a shelf life. It doesn't have an expiration date. So Fanatics and Tops here, with this recent moving and trying to clean up these redemptions, I must have a set expiration, to your point, and then they dump them either into a product or put them on the points.
Yeah.
So
Well, talking about press pass back in the day, I don't ever remember having to pay to get my redemptions.
you are correct. You didn't have to pay. I guess you had to send a letter in with the card. You mailed the
Yeah, that was
redemption back.
pre. Yeah, that was pre. I won't say pre-internet, but it was pre-redemption via the internet.
Right. It was that old. So yeah, but I guess you had postage, or if you sent it certified, so it cost you a few bucks. But to your point, yeah, I think that's the big sticking point there. If you get Panini points, excuse me, you get Panini points, or like if you got the card with the Panini points, and not a redemption that expired, and you get Panini points. Um, yeah, the sticker shock. Again, that should be in massive bold letters that you might have to pay to get, whatever you get from points. I think that's a big, big turnoff on the point. So,
Yeah, I totally agree. I think I could digest that more if I didn't have to pay to get it.
well, it's also the price, but then it's also 10.55 for shipping. If it was, I don't, even if I send something first class, I think it's like $5. So I would expect shipping to be half of that. So it must be
Yeah,
shipping
that's
and on.
shipping
So
should never be a profit center for anybody.
yeah. So anyway, I wanted to just again, it kind of reminded me about redemptions, and to share my story. So
Yeah,
it's
poor Val.
it's unnecessary. Well, don't no no don't feel bad for me. I'm fine, like I said, but it was just kind of the just kind of rubs you the wrong way kind of a thing. I'm not this one redemption's not going to make or break me, but it was just the whole um point of it, I guess, or that reminded me of like, yeah, why I don't like opening product and why I don't like redemptions, why I don't like old product. And I wish there was a way of finding out what redemptions are in what product. When Black Friday comes up, you know, there needs to be in everybody back of everybody's mind about what's redeemed or redeemable and what's not redeemable. So,
Yeah, but you're talking about redemptions real quick. I do have a list that I have found. I don't think it's the entire list, but these are the ones that I have found on eBay for 2024 Donruss. You have William Sawalich, Haley Deegan, Carson Quapple, uh, Shane Van Gisbergen, SVG, William Byron, and Ryan Blaney. Now, there's some big names in there. I mean, those are not your run of the mill autographs. Some of them.
well, yeah, especially with Shane Van Gisbergen, he's a big draw.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's wanting his stuff, so hopefully he's redeemed, sent those back in. But again, it's you're spinning the wheel there with the redemptions and not knowing, right?
Right. You don't know if you're going to get it or not. That's the thing. And then people sell those on eBay, and it's like, man, you're buying a really big lottery ticket there. But
What
then
would you
also you have 2024 select redemptions too. So every product's got redemptions. I would love to see a product with all the autographs, but that's never going to happen. But anyway, 2024 select has Kyle Larson, Kurt Busch, Daryl Waltrip, Greg Biffle, Justin Allgaier, Austin Cindric, Martin Truex Jr., and Sheldon Creed. That's a lot of redemptions.
wow.
And you got a couple. You got a Hall of Famer. You got future Hall of Famers. You've got Cup champions in there. And again, those are no slouch autographs. So if you don't get those, all you want is what you should get, what you were promised. Well, I keep saying that you're not promised. I guess you're not promised. All you can hope for is to get what was on the redemption card. And in a lot of cases, you just don't get it, and it's just disappointing.
Yeah. I see. If they don't have it, I'm thinking don't don't put redemptions in.
No kidding.
Then I mean, would you rather not get a hit or get a redemption?
Well, here's the other rub. I think the other rub on that is they've got so many cases. There's supposed to be so many hits per case. They got to come up with them somewhere. So hey,
I
we may just have to put the redemptions in and just shoot some craps, and maybe you'll get it, maybe you
This
won't.
is probably not popular, but I would say don't sell that many cases, or give yourself more lead time to get the redemption. Get the put in the I was gonna say put in the 2018 William Byron red fresh faces autographs.
Exactly. I mean, and I get it. The drivers, they have a limited amount of time. I wouldn't want to be on any of their schedules because I'm sure they get yanked around everywhere from appearance here to do this here to the sponsor commitment here, to all the different things that they have to do. I I know their time is precious, and I do get that, but yes, give them some more lead time to get them done.
So have we become so I guess spoiled now with all the hits, the relics, the the autographs and stuff like that. That a non-autograph or non-hit product, would that fail? Is everybody just looking for that, and they're basically, if that makes any sense. I just feel like I'm thinking like Topps Total when they tried that. You have inserts, like insert sets and stuff like that, but not autos and relics and all the other stuff. You're buying the product because you're trying to collect the cards and you know, we have case hits with the slingshots and other stuff that's non-autoed, and people chase those. So can we go back to something else that they can control if they can't control the autos?
Well, given the current state of the hobby, I don't know that you can. I don't think people would buy a box of cards. I probably would. I mean, but again, it depends on the price point. Don't charge me, you know, $85 or something for a box of cards that's not going to have a hit in it at all, except maybe the chance to get some kind of super short print card or something. But don't charge me that kind of price. If you're going to charge me a price, charge me $45, and I might think about buying it. Maybe even at that, that's still very expensive for getting no hits at all. So
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
it really is, and you know, it's a big quandary for them, for Panini, all the manufacturers, and then you have all these athletes that have some attitudes. I mean, look at again Ty freaking Gibbs. That kid is full of himself. He's just all about him. He's not worried about signing autographs. He just wants to go out there and drive a car, which I can't blame him for that. But there is some obligations that you have to have, and you need to fulfill for the people you sign contracts with, the fans. I mean, all that.
Yeah, no, you bring up a good point. Don't make it seem like, Panini and Tops, whatever, they don't go. They're not sitting around the table like, oh, how can we add redemptions, right? I know they want to keep that number down to a minimum, and the company is large. You have a product team, you have customer service, you have all these different groups, and they're all kind of probably in their own silos and stuff like that. So the folks making the products are not the guys refilling the redemptions, right? Over on the website or anything like that. So again,
Right.
I know they're trying to do the best they can, and they're trying to deal with. They're trying to. I think they have a harder job than other sports, right? You got to deal with the sponsors, you got to deal with the drivers, you got to deal with the team owners. Um, they got juggling all kinds of stuff. They're trying to NASCAR guys sign a bunch of stuff, so trying to get their time. They have diecasts. I'm sure they're signing the windshields and stuff for too. We've
Oh
seen the
yeah.
signing rooms, right? So but I was just wondering if they could somehow try to get off of that. Um, that having those hits in there to reducing the redemptions and kind of controlling that and getting back to collecting. But maybe we've been spoiled so much now that you can't go back.
No, that's ship sail, dude.
So.
All right. So I think we beat this horse to death.
Yeah, I don't have a. I need a horse neigh sound effect, but I don't have it, so that would have been good. Anyway, all right. So I think that's it for that. So just gotta keep that in your mind when you buy some wax about redemptions.
Yep. Always keep that in the back of your head. You're right.
All right, now let's go to the King's Court, where I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that's been redeemed or they're hits. So
Yeah, I intentionally do not put redemptions in there anymore. I probably could put one. I could have put one in this week, but I wasn't going to do it.
that would have been great.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Logan's quick change.
Yes. All right. This week's King's Court. All right. We're going to start out with honorable mention number one. This is on the 6th of October. Again, it's hard to believe it's freaking October already. But it's Dale Earnhardt 1992 Pro Set card number 182, vintage signed auto card, it says, PSA authentic. And they were asking $299.99 for this card. Guess what?
We got a click.
We got a click or
Wow.
a click. Let me do my right hand. Click. Somebody bought that card for $300, man.
Wow.
That's pretty steep. I think you could have got it cheaper.
Yeah, I think so too. But it's in the PSA vault, so and free shipping.
Yes. And I was looking at that auto, that's one of those where he's kind of sideways, it's kind of a weird auto, and it's not a bad auto. It's got a little bit of, streak in it, but I mean, I think overall that's not a bad auto, but I just think the thing I don't really think is all that great is the price. I think $300 is a little steep for that card.
Yeah, I think it's a little high for non-pack certified auto, but it's a good auto. I mean, we have seen some of the earlier '90s, late '80s where it's all kind of jumbled together or whatever. Earnhardt isn't as nice as that there with the swoop back or whatever. So that looks like
Yeah.
a early, well, like '92. If you look at the '92 tracks dual auto with Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt, you can see the different way he signs, and this is the better of the two.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's
So
a cool card. Don't get me wrong. I just think it's a little pricey.
yeah, I think it's a little high for that, but congrats to the seller.
Yep. All right, next up, honorable mention number 2. 1988 Max, number 99. We were kind of talking about this a while ago. Number 99, Dale Earnhardt rookie card, it says. They were asking $499.99 for this. That's what I had on here. It says $500 on there. No, that you didn't go. Oh, go view original listing up there, Val. Maybe I sent you the wrong link. That would be on me. Scroll down. There you go.
To what? Where am I scrolling to?
No, you're good. Just go to the card.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, they were asking $499.99 for this card. They accepted a best offer of $365 for this card.
All right. That's was that about in the range there?
I would think so. That's probably in the range for a raw card. It looks pretty good. I looked at the back of it. I did not see any paper loss like we saw on, I think, the last one we were looking at.
Yeah, it looks good. It's probably what, 8?
Yeah,
Maybe
it's an
9
8, maybe a 9. Yeah, so I mean, you're gonna pay
for it.
$20
Yeah.
to get it graded, and I mean, you're not gonna lose any money on that. I think it's all right.
It's nice and it's got the white because that stock will fade, or I guess it'll brown, right?
Yeah, it gets kind of yellowish brownish. Yeah,
Oh, it still looks good. Yep.
yeah, it's pretty crisp. Yeah. All right. So next up is our Joker of the Week. This is on the 8th of October. 2020 President's Choice Solitaire NASCAR Jumbo Patch one of one Chevy. In the description, it doesn't say anything about who it is, but
Michael McDowell.
it's Michael McDowell. So that's kind of weird. But anyway, they were asking $100 for that card. It only went for $48.67. A very round number.
Wow, if you're a Chevy lover, there you got to have that patch.
Oh, there's no doubt. I think it's cool.
Yeah, for that price, yeah.
Yeah, and Michael McDowell, he's no slouch. He's had a lot of poles this year. Now he hasn't. I don't think he's won this year, but he is a Daytona 500 winner, or I should say Daytona 500 champion. But I think it's pretty cool. I think whoever got that should be very happy.
Yes, sir. Very nice.
All right. So next up is our Jack of the Week. This is our young driver. This is on the 4th of October. Taylor Gray 2023 Prime Racing Prime Jumbo Associate Sponsor 1 of 1 patch, NASCAR. And they're asking $399.99 for this, Val. Here we go again.
A click.
Click.
Wow.
Somebody bought that. Probably somebody who works at Sioux Chief.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I gotta have that. But they spent $400 on it. I think it's pretty cool.
It definitely is a different patch.
Most definitely, but unfortunately, it's not embroidered though. That's kind of the way things are these days. It's it's pretty much a silk screen, and actually that looks like maybe like an iron-on almost.
It does.
But I don't think it's silk screened, but still pretty cool. I like it. I don't know that it's $400 worth of like, but I do like it.
Pretty cool. It's like I said, it's different. It's definitely a conversation piece.
No doubt.
I'm not familiar with that sponsor, so.
Oh well, yeah. If you ever watch like the ARCA races and they go save big money at Menards, they have these Sioux Chief commercials and they talk about Sioux Chief this and plumbing, blah blah blah, and all this.
Menards, I've heard. I've never heard this one. So
yeah, Menards sells Sioux Chief, hardware. So,
okay, that's hard. I wouldn't know. Okay,
so,
I thought
like
it was
plumbing,
pots and pans.
plumbing supplies and things like that. I think is what they do.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so next, I think this is going to be a picture. Yeah,
Okay.
The next one, our Queen of the Week. This is on the 6th of October, 2020 Panini Prism Racing. Haley Deegan, numbers, black finite, 1 of 1. And this card went out for bidding, and it ended at $338 with 23 bids.
Man.
Yeah, ungraded, man.
Wow. Well, she still got a bunch of collectors, and they were going at it with 23 bids, man.
They did, man. And it was a prop scene auction as well, so that helps.
That's true. And it's not an auto.
No, it's not an auto. It's just plain 1 of 1. Now, that'd be kind of the kind of product you would have in a non-hit product. Maybe if they had more. I'm digressing, I know, but maybe if they had several different layers of or different types of 1 of 1s and maybe some different poses and things like that in a product, maybe that might go over. I don't know, but anyway, I digress. But yeah, this is a cool card, man. I like it. I was looking at the black on it. I really can't see anything on it that looks like is bad on it. It would probably grade very well.
It's nice. I like the color combo with the black fire suit and the purple background, and it jumps out there. So it's a nice looking card, and it's prism, so it's gonna be shiny.
Yeah, I like it. All right. So next up, this is also a picture. It's our King of the Week. This is on the 4th of October. 1983 Dale Earnhardt Uno PSA 9 mint rookie card. This went out for bidding, and it ended at $1,215 with 14 bids.
Wow. I want to say we seen some of these, but I thought they were higher. I thought they were in the 2,000 range. So again, it's a super rare card, being the Uno, and of course being Earnhardt. It's a very desirable card, but $1,200, I think it's a pretty good price there.
I think it's a great price because I went back and looked, and I'll go through this real quick. Back on July 3rd, there was it was a PSA 7 that sold for $1,200 with 1 bid.
Oh, okay.
And then on the 16th of July, there was another one. It was an SGC 8, which is basically a PSA 7, and it sold for $1,277. And then one more in August, on the 31st of August, there was another one that sold. It was an SGC 9, like I said, basically a PSA 8, 8.5, and it sold for $1,650. So,
wow.
So compared to those prices, this is a steal for a 9.
Right. Uh, Well, it's one of those things where it's not for sale or it comes up on auction all the time. Here it is October, so again, I always say when you have an auction, you need more than one person looking for it and what they're willing to pay. And if not a lot of folks are looking for it, then it could go cheap, but could go high.
Yeah, because we've talked about it before. What's a PSA 10 in this card? At one point we were thinking it was a five-figure card. Maybe not now. It's not.
Maybe not. And I think NASCAR goes in cycles where it's hot during the start of the season. I think it picks up in the summer and then it kind of falls off, and then I think it's going to pick up again as we get to the playoffs and get to the end of the season. You know, again, how many people are actually looking for 83 Uno Earnhardt right now? So
Very true. But yeah, still a cool card. I know of a couple people that I think that bid on that. I did not bid on it, but it's a great card, man. It'd be that's that's kind of almost a NASCAR glamour card. It's definitely a Grail card.
is that in our Racing Card Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Okay, so it's one of those as well. So
Yep. All right.
all right,
So next, our ace of the week. This is also a picture. So our one of the week. It's this was on the 8th of October. It's a 2020 Panini Prism Racing Chase Elliott Black Fight, another Black Finite, one of one. PSA 10 Jim Mint. And this card went up for bidding as well. And it ended at $341 with 31 bids.
wow, 31 bids.
See, that was graded.
Yeah.
So,
So was the Deegan was 2020 as well,
yeah.
and it was Prism. I don't know. This is like a four numbers. I don't know if that was an insert, but and then Chase there with 341. Man,
Yeah, for three more dollars, you can get Chase Elliott, one of one that's graded.
yeah, 10. Right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Very nice.
That's a nice card. I like the way that looks. That's just a very attractive looking card. I think somebody did well with that,
I would agree with
especially
that.
especially being a PSA 10. So yeah, that's cool, man. All right, next up is our Baccarat of the week. It's our F1 card. This is on the 9th of October, 2023 Topps Chrome F1 Lewis Hamilton refractor autograph. And believe it or not, somebody actually put a Formula One card out there for bids.
Wow.
And this one ended at $955 and one penny with 14 bids.
Yeah, when I saw this, I was like, this is low.
Do
Is
what?
is it
Say it again.
low? Is it a low price for Hamilton? I mean, and granted, it's still almost a grand. It is a grand basically
Yeah.
for 23 because how collectible he is. So, and they try to get one of his autographs. They are um, still scarce, and I think that's the difference between NASCAR and F1, right? With NASCAR, we've had autos since what 92, and you can get an auto basically of any year. But with the F1 guys, there's only a few years now of autos. So I don't know, in 10
Mhm.
years there'll be a lot more Hamiltons out there than there are right now. But if that makes any sense, but that's a nice looking card, and again, a seven-time champion there.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. I don't think. There is this kind of mystique, I guess, about you know here in the U.S. It's harder for us to get F1 autographs, so that I think that entices people to bid more and make them feel like they're worth more. Like you said, he is a seven-time champion, but the only thing I don't like about his signature is it's a freaking scribble. I mean, what is that? A tornado? I mean, I don't know.
It's a lasso.
It's a lasso. Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Yeah, so I guess you'd have to go to uh, Miami, Austin, or Vegas to get an in-person auto. So,
Yeah, good luck. If they're not going to let Martin Brundle back there with all the big wigs, they're not going to let me back there.
well, as much as tickets are, I think that you can say you can buy the auto and save the airfare, the hotel, and the F1 tickets, and call it a
Yep.
day. So, but I
Yep.
thought when I saw this, I was like, "Whoa!" I thought this was a good deal.
I think it's for Lewis Hamilton's autograph. I think it's fine. I don't have any problem with the price because, like I said, there's a certain aura or whatever around his autographs. Ooh, it's Lewis Hamilton, and we can't get him here in the United States, so here's one on for sale on eBay, and let me buy it. So, I mean, I think it's fine. I like it. I just wish I wish it said Lewis Hamilton instead of Lasso.
Right.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
All right, lastly, our Royal Flush of the Week. Check this one out. This is on the 4th of October. Rare 1972 STP Richard Petty rookie card, near mint 7. And it went out for bids, and it ended at $2,607.79. You can thank me for that.
Okay.
Because I bid $2,557.79.
Oh wow. Okay.
It went up $50 more. Yes, I bid. Yeah, $25.57.79 is what I bid. So yeah, that card, that's a great card. I mean, I already have a PSA 7, but I was hoping I could pick it up for a reasonable price, and I still think that $2,600 is a reasonable price. I
Yeah,
think
it
I
looks
think the
good.
buyer got a good deal on it.
Yeah, back's pretty clean.
Yeah, we don't see those.
There's no spotting or anything. The discoloration or anything like that. So
Yeah, none of those brown spots that we see a lot of.
yeah.
But it's pretty clean. I actually bid on it, so I'm the reason it's got such a weird number on it.
Well, I guess considering what and how far we've seen this prices go, right? There's only a 1.9. There's no 10. I don't know. I can't remember if there's an 8 or not. I think
I
there's
think
more.
there's one or two eights.
Okay. So again, in high grade, um, they're tough.
They are tough. I thought for sure this would probably actually I thought it would go less, but it's actually worth. I think it's worth way more than $2,607.79.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. What do you think it should be? Ballpark 3, 4 grand?
I'd say $4,000. Somewhere around there, about $4,000ish.
Yeah, that's what I had in my mind, and I wasn't sure because I'm not shopping these, so it's just kind of. And I know prices are fluctuating, and we've coming down from peaks and stuff, but still a tough rare card for sure.
Yeah, I know a couple guys that every one of these they see they bid on it, and they're like me. They're hoping they can get it for a decent price.
Yeah,
Something that's lower than what you think it should be.
right. You never know, right? Look, trying to get a deal if you can.
Yeah, but yeah, I think whoever got it did a great job. Congratulations, you. I think you did very well for this card. Um, I love it. Great card. It's definitely it's a Mount Rushmore card. It's a glamour card. It's a Racing Card Hall of Fame card. It's a Grail card. It's an everything card. This is it right here.
That is true. It's probably one of the biggest cards in the hobby for us. That folks who don't even collect racing. There's just real quick, one of the guys on the PSA board years ago, he was looking for the biggest stars of all the different sports, and he had a 72 STP Petty. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
So
he was a baseball football guy, but he knew he knew enough about NASCAR and racing, and Richard Petty was it, and that was the card to have.
well, it's like what you say. That's our 1952 Mickey Mantle.
Yes, sir. It's a beaut.
It is. All right. That's it, man. That's all I got.
All righty. So, and then don't forget the Racing Card Hall of Fame here,
Yeah, that's gonna be
2024.
coming up soon. Yeah. So yeah, hashtag RCHOF. Go to Racing Card Hall of Fame. Excuse me, racingcardhof.com. Check that out. We will once we go through the induction process in the nomination process this year, we will have a new class in 2025.
Yes, sir. There's the class of 2024.
Yep. All right.
All right.
That's it. So let me just do the obligatory hashtags real quick. We'll do hashtag Ty freaking Gibbs. We will do hashtag It's so shiny, and we will also do Hashtag, we haven't even talked about this at all. Hashtag, we love gold. And
Yes, we do.
and you know what? Something we didn't do. Speaking of gold, we should have done this
Oh,
before we started.
we'll make them watch the whole show.
Oh my gosh, I don't even have I haven't even got the random organizer done or anything.
Oh
I
no.
totally forgot all about this. I feel really, really bad. Um, dang. I mean, I guess. Well, no, we can't do it real quick. I don't think we have time to do it now. We should have
Probably.
done that before the show, or right before the show started.
Yeah. All
Oh
right.
my god, I feel so bad. Oh,
This is what you get when you do live, and we don't have a lot of big production value. So,
yeah. Well, I mean,
and then
I've got all the
I
I've
would
got
say we
all the
fire our staff, but we don't have a staff. So,
yeah. We don't have a staff. Hold on. Let me go to random.org. Maybe we can go ahead and do this on the fly.
I will extend it out. All right. So,
Yeah, hold on.
uh,
We're going to do this as we're recording. We are going to go ahead and give this card away.
trying to think if I got any clips we could play. Meanwhile, so
Well, you know the good thing is we had this was probably one of our biggest tweets ever. People looking for this card.
it's the
You know,
unicorn.
for the chance to get this card. So let me go to random.org. Let's see. We want to
And
do.
you have the list of all the folks
I
who
have a list of all the folks.
they had to do. I think it was
I
three
did do
things.
all that, huh?
They had to do three things. They had to, or was it four things? Had to follow the NASCAR radio, follow you, and tweet the hashtag.
Yeah, they had to. Yeah, they had to follow me and you. They had to do the hashtag We Love Gold, and they had to repost it.
Yes.
So that. So yeah. So I've got it in random.org. You
All
guys are
right.
going to have to just trust us. Val, give me a number between 1 and 9 so I can randomize this.
Oh, all right. Well then, Chase Elliott 9.
All right. So I'll do it. 1, 2, 3,
Sorry.
4, 5. I'm working on it. 6, 7, 8, and 9. And our winner is dun, 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 is going to be Jeremy Wolston.
All
J
right,
E
Jeremy
R
Wolf.
E M Y W O L S T E N. Jeremy Wolston, you are our winner.
Okay.
Congratulations. Um, I
So
will if you're watching the show, feel free to DM me. I'm King NASCAR, but I will definitely be DMing you for sure to let you know to get your address so I can send you this beautiful gold Carl Edwards card. So
all right.
nothing like doing this on the fly. I'm glad that I already because we went through yesterday and got the list together. We got to talking in the green room and we just forgot all about doing it because I was gonna do this before the show started so we can just announce it at the end.
We need a show producer, I guess.
Yeah, we do need a producer. We need somebody to run the board for sure. But yeah, congratulations, Jeremy. You are our winner. We had a ton of entries. I'm not going to say how many. I mean, I will say that we had a few people that didn't do everything you were supposed to do, but that's kind of the way it is, unfortunately. But yeah, that's cool, man. So yeah, if you're watching, you see this, reach out to me. But I will definitely be reaching out to you. So congratulations. So that's cool.
All right.
So we did
So
it, Val. We
we
did get it in on the show.
perfect. Great. Awesome. Again, congratulations. Again, if you made it this far, thanks for watching the show, listening to the podcast. We appreciate it. I hope everybody has a safe race weekend here in Charlotte. And I will catch everybody next week. I'll tell you about my trip to the NASCAR Hall of Fame, Carl Edwards and Ricky Rudd, and then all the other stuff that whatever else is going on. So For me, Logan, we appreciate it. We will catch you next week. We're out here.